What's going on, everyone? It's time to talk about a sci-fi found footage film. Today we're going to be talking about Project Almanac. It's released by Paramount Pictures January 28th, 2015. It's produced by Andrew Form, Bradley Fuller, and Michael Bay. It's written by Jason Harry Passon and Andrew Dushman. Directed by Dean Iserellet. He's also done the 2017 Power Rangers reboot. He's also done Archaloid Land, The Middle Distance, and The Power of the Present. And it's had a box office earnings of $33.2 million. And so it had like a little bit of a profit there, but not as much for it to go anywhere. Project Almanac is a film about, it's a found footage film of some high school kids working on a science project, and they discover, one of the kids who has the camera discovers that his dad was working on a time machine, and they decide to rebuild it. And in the process of rebuilding it, and they start fiddling around with it, trying to make it work, they basically see the main character in a video from his childhood birthday party there, and they try to figure out why, and they push themselves further to go, and then they start realizing, like, okay, we could have a lot of fun, correct things, make things the way we want, but then in every time travel movie you do that, it alters the real timeline and the course of life and stuff, and then they have to set it back. So yeah, it's your typical time travel plot done with a found footage style, which is fine, but overall, it's the realism of it is, this is such a cinematic film. It's done with like the perfect lighting, the perfect camera angles, perfectly shot, all well mic'd up. I don't think high school students have like the funds to do that at all. And to see it in this type of film takes like the realism out of it, so it kind of took me out of the film for the most part. It's still a decent little time travel movie, but it's very predictable, it's very normal, and there's not much to it. It's your typical time travel movie, just done found footage style, but in a big cinematic way, to the point where you basically you're watching a time travel movie with a shaky camera. That's basically it. Now, the effects in this film are still pretty good and stuff. This is only like a 7-year-old film, but I was pretty impressed with like the way they made the time machine look different than pretty much anything else, and basically something you can make out of at your garage and stuff. But it gets a little bit repetitive, and then it also gets pretty cheesy and pretty predictable. So the acting and stuff is not too bad, but yeah, the cinematography, besides like it being like too cinematic, it still looks great. So yeah, there's some pros and cons to it, but overall I wasn't a huge fan of it. It was just your typical time travel film done found footage style. So with that, I'm going to give Project Almanac a 3.5 out of 5. It was a pretty big disappointment, to say the least. Chronicle had more interesting elements and stuff to it, where this one was just, you get what you expected. So yeah, but if you're a fan of like time travel stuff and certain sci-fi films and things like that, you'll probably find this one a little interesting. And if you like found footage films, you'll probably enjoy this one too. So there's a trailer link down below if you forgot that was even exists. And yeah, so check out the trailer link down below. Also check out my Instagram link down below, where I post film screen review in the future on my story. You should have the film title and hashtag, the subgenre film and the hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, link down below is my Letterbox at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the films. And yeah, like this video, share it somewhere, people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Also, if you have any films, sci-fi, horror, any genre, I'll watch anything that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below too, and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. So yeah, that's it for this one. Make sure you subscribe, because if we find something weird, obscure, and odd like this, I probably never thought of checking it together, or say hear my opinions on popular films. Try to do that occasionally. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you ring that bell icon, because the next film I'm going to be reviewing, this is the last of the sci-fi stuff for a little bit. I'm going to probably find something on Shudder to review next. I heard there's a new horror monster movie called Slapface, which sounds interesting, so I might check that one out. So make sure you stay tuned, subscribe for that one. And yeah, this is just a short little review, because it's just standard popcorn flick. So yeah, but until the next time, watch out for all those crazy time traveling kids out there, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. Hopefully it's a little better and a little more stuff to talk about than this one. So till then, cheers.